Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Vijay and I'm a Microsoft MVP in SharePoint. In today's video, we will see a demo on how we can use Fluent UI basic list control in a SPFX client-side web part. So we will see step by step how we can do this. Now basically here we are going to create something like this. So you can see here there is user and then the product, and then what is the product, order date, and then some description, and you can see here there is an image as well. So we'll try to create something like this by using the Fluent UI basic list control. Now just to show you, so if you'll open this Fluent UI official Microsoft site, so you can see here under items list, and then there is basic list. So this is the list, you can see here description. So we can use this list to render a large set of items that we want to display. So we can do that. There are certain documentation are there how we can use it, and also you can see how these items are there. And also if you'll go to the show code, you'll be able to see the code how it has been used. Now what we will do here is we will read the items from the SharePoint list as well. So now if I'll show you, this is a SharePoint site and there is a list, you can see here, and in this list I have a customer name column, this is a people picker, then product name, order date, product description, and then there is a product image also. So you can see here this image, this is a image type column, which is the new column that is there, already Microsoft has been released. And so this information by default in a list, it looks like this, and we are going to display it like this. So we'll divide in two parts. So first one is I will create the React application from the beginning, and then I have a solution also ready, which I will show you, because it make no sense to copy paste the code again. And also I have created a complete tutorial for the same. You can see here step by step everything is there. So I'll put this link in the video description, you can have a look at that. I have explained everything, even how we can deploy this code to your SharePoint online environment. Everything is there. So you can see here. So, and also there is a download SPFX Fluent UI basic list example. You can download this zip file, you can unzip it, and then you can run these commands, and then you will be able to use this or run it to see it, provided you need to create a list having columns name like this. I have not given any space or anything, so that there will not be any problem in the internal names as well. So what I'll do is I have a you can see here I have a folder here. Within that I usually keep everything. So I will just open the command prompt here. You can see here on this you can use Node.js command prompt, everything. If you are coming first time and you are new to SPFX, then I have a lot of videos on that, how you can set up, how you can create different SPFX client side web part, React, no JavaScript framework. I'll put few links on the video description, you can have a look at that as well. Now on this what I'll do is I'll create a subfolder on this. So md I will say SPFX Fluent UI basic list, you can see here, and so we'll navigate to that particular directory, SPFX Fluent UI basic list. So you can see here we have now the folder will be created, and within that we will run our command @Microsoft/SharePoint, and it will ask us couple of things now. So here again we are using no React framework, so make sure you choose React over there. So what is the solution name? Let's keep it SharePoint Online Latest. Use current folder, and we don't need to deploy it everywhere, so you can select no. And in this case you can see here it is asking for web part extension or library web part, and then what is the web part name? You can put the web part name as a proper name. Just I'm taking hello world, what is the default web part name, description, and in this case I'll select React. So you can see here I select React, and now it will take some time, and then it will create our solution of the project. Now what I'll also, if you are interested to learn SharePoint framework development, so I have a complete training course on that. You can see here more than 25 hours of videos are there. and also you can access it for lifetime. So you can see there are module wise I have explained, everything is there, so you can check out that thing. And the other one is also I have a complete SharePoint development training course. You can just click over here, everything is there on spguides.com, and then you will be able to access it. I'll put the link in the video description, you can have a look at that. So now let me just open it. So if I will just open it here, you can see it will take some time. So what I'll do is I will just wait for, I'll pause the video for some time and then I'll come back. So now you can see here our solution got created. So next thing what we required here is we need to install the Fluent UI React and then PNP, because we are using PNP to get the data or the items from this particular list. So I'll put this commands over here. So I'll simply copy from here, you can see, and it will take some time to install that, and then we'll run the PNP one as well, because we require that to communicate with our SharePoint list from the client side web part. So this is done. Now I will run the other command here. You can see it will also take some time and it will install this. So you can see this is also done. So what I will simply run code dot, so that it will open, the solution will open in our Visual Studio Code. Now you can see here this is the solution, and here if you will expand src, then webpack, and in the components we have helloworld.tsx, and this is basically whatever the webpack name you gave, we gave hello world, and that's the reason it is coming. And then we have the .ts file as well, and from here we will pass the URL, the site URL. I'll show you. So what I have done is I have already one solution is there. So let me just open that. You can see here this is the solution which I have already created, and already every code is there. So I don't want to copy it again, don't want to waste time over here. So I'll explain here whatever the modifications that I have done it. So first thing is whatever, if you'll go to the props file, and remember in this case I have given the webpack name as Fluent UI basic list.tsx. So that's the reason the file name is like this over here instead of hello world. And in this case I have added one properties, you can see here web URL, and if you'll go to the .ts file, you can see here web URL, you can see here this .context.page context.web.absolute URL, because this is what is required. We need to get the list URL, so list data, so we need the URL over here. And next thing, if I will go to the tsx file, because everything else now they are in the tsx file, we can see here we have the import statements here, and this thing we need to import from Fluent UI React. And then if you'll see here, first thing I'll show you where we got the data. You can see here component did mount, and here we did the fetch data. So in the fetch data, what we did here is, you can see here we got this web URL, and then this is the code which you can write to get the items from the list. In this case, get by title, and this is the list name dot item select star. So we want everything from that. And then this is the customer name, email, title, IDs dot get. So you can expand it and get it from the people picker column, because we have the name you can display it and title you can display. And then set state items, so we are passing this array. So we have you can see here items is the state. And then on you can see here render, we are using this list, basic list control, and in this case you can see here list items this dot state dot items. So when the state will change, you can see here it will refresh, and on render cell, then this is the method we are calling. So this method you can see here on rendered cell item jsx dot element, and here we are getting the product image, and then there's a div image, and we have used this customer name dot title, and then product order date. So these are the values that whatever it is coming from that item we retrieved. Now here you can see here class item content, item name. You can see here this is nothing but this is what we have defined here. What will be the height, padding, box size, these things. So this one we have defined, and we can use it like this. So your class You can see here class name dot, and then these are the properties that we can access it here. And so this is how this is a simple one. And then there's a format date is there, which we are have a formatting the date we are doing in month, year, day and year format. So that's the reason it will come here in this format. Now next what I'll do is here I will run the local workbench. So in this case you can see here this is my solution. Here I will just run gulp solve. So that what will happen is it will open the local workbench here, and while the code is running in the local workbench, we can open the SharePoint workbench provided where the SharePoint list is there. So make sure the list should be there, else there will be a problem on you cannot access this, or you cannot able to see the result here. Now for this what I'll do here is let it run. So you can see here now this is the local workbench, you can see. So if you will just see here, there is a web part Fluent UI basic list. Obviously if you will add this web part, the data will not come. So instead of that, what I'll do is I will open the SharePoint workbench, you can see here, and layouts workbench.aspx, you can see here for this particular site. And here I'll click on this add web part, and then Fluent UI basic list. You can see here I have added that list. So once you will add that list, now it will display the record here. You can see here there's the image, and then the username. You can see here the title is coming, the email is coming, and then there is product name, and then this is the date format I was talking about, and the product description. So you can see here this way you will be able to display items from the SharePoint list using the Fluent UI basic list. And if you want to deploy this to your app catalog site, then what we can do here is just run these two commands, gulp bundle hyphen zip, and then gulp package hyphen solution hyphen zip. So it will give you the package file .sppkg file, and then you can just drag into your app catalog site, or whether it is a site collection app catalog site or your tenant level app catalog site, you can just drag it and you can add it over there. And then you can go to any modern web part, and then you'll be able to add this web part. So I have, as I said before, I have already have this solution ready. You can get this working solution. You can see here this solution, you will get it over there, and you can see how it is working. So if you want similar kind of videos, then subscribe to the channel. You will get a lot of free videos on SharePoint, Office 365, SPFX, Power Platform. All these videos you will get it free. So thank you and have a nice day.